everybody. I'm Aiden Brueck, joined with legendary Canton repository sports writer Mike Popovich, and we are here for the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live.
From Jackson High School.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Letter Live. My name is Aiden Brueck, joined by legendary Canton repository sports writer Mike Popovich. We got another Canton repository sports writer, Josh Weir, over here, but Mike's on the call today.
Hey, I'm glad to be on the call, whether I'm with him or with you.
Absolutely, Mike.
I'm blessed.
We are here for Massillon versus Hoover. Hoover comes in 5-1, 3-0, first in the Fed. Massillon 3-0. Massillon started their season late because of football again this year, but for Josh Hose, it doesn't seem to be much of a problem, Mike.
Well, no. I mean, when you're at Massillon, you're usually starting late because of football. I mean, I think he's talked about that he's been here. I forget how many years he's been here, but they've had to start basketball late 8 times. So they're kind of used to this, and he does a good job of working these guys into into basketball shape, trying to recuperate from football, and they're off to a great start this season, 3-0 record, and coming off a big come-from-behind win up at CVCA, a game that saw them being down by 18 points going into the fourth quarter.
The Tigers playing the full Federal League schedule this year, making their case why they should be in the league. Which means a lot of scouts here from all the Federal League schools. Jackson, Glen Oak, McKinley, all here. Alliance as well. Add that onto the count. I mean, going to be a great game for sure, Mike. We had the opportunity to talk to both of these head coaches, Mike Bluey and Josh Hose, respectively. So we're going to kick it over there and get things going, and then we will be with you for the rest of our pregame. Apologies if I sound a bit sick. This is my flu game. So...
But you're going to flip the switch like everybody else does in flu games, like MJ.
Yeah, LeBron's better though, so it's fine.
That's right.
Anyways, with that being said, we're going to kick it over to Mike Bluey, and we will see you after Josh Hose.
Well, Mike, it's the holiday week, but a real challenging week for your team. Game here at Massillon tonight. Shot clock shootout game against Olentangy on Saturday. Just this week, how challenging do you feel it's going to be for you guys, and how good is that to face these type of challenges?
Yeah, it's a great challenge. Both games, big challenge for us, on top of just the routine of being out of school, which, all kids are in right now. So the kids that handle that the best, have a little bit of an advantage, I think. But Massillon provides quite a unique challenge for us tonight. We look forward to the matchup.
In looking back at your game against Glen Oak, one of the things I noticed was Connor Newell maybe has not had the type of start of season he's hoped for as far as shooting the ball, but he really seemed to get things going in that game. Is it just about getting confidence for a shooter like him to just keep shooting when he's open?
Yeah, I mean, he can shoot it. We watch him every day in practice, I just needed to make a couple game shots and see that ball go through the net, and I think you saw that over at Glen Oak. He made one, and then the next two were pretty easy for him, so good kudos for him. Hopefully he keeps it going.
And what is it about this Massillon team that presents a challenge for you guys?
Oh, they're so athletic. They get downhill in a hurry. They are relentless defensively. You don't really know where a double team is coming from. They can come from anywhere on the floor. As soon as you rebound it, they are just hounding the basketball. So we got to have great ball security immediately after a rebound. Got to have, just some court awareness due to double teams coming from any angle on the floor. They present a lot of problems with their athleticism. They got kids that can shoot the ball, and they are relentless on the offensive backboard.
And by the looks of things, hey, no lead is safe against them because they came back from a big deficit against CVCA. Did you happen to see that game? And what do you got? How much do you have to really stress to your guys that, hey, if you get up to a big lead, you can't let up?
Exactly. Yeah, they were down 18 going into the fourth against CVCA, and they just kept playing. There was no quit, and they got a couple easy buckets to start the fourth. I believe a 3-point foul call went their way, made some free throws without the clock running, and they just rode that wave of momentum. Ended up getting a good win on the road.
All right, Mike, thanks a lot. Good luck.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Your team's 3-0 coming in tonight. Had a really heck of a game Saturday at CVCA. Rallied from 18 down in the fourth quarter to win that game. In addition to being really proud of your team, I think that game probably told you a lot about your team as well.
Absolutely. We said that, I honestly felt like we kind of, with the new pieces and parts and getting a late start, stuff that you usually figure out in the fall, we're kind of still figuring out, and just the chemistry, I saw like we almost found ourselves a little bit, or became a team. Just because it was multiple people, it wasn't just one guy getting hot. It was just multiple efforts from different guys on the court, making big plays, making selfless plays, taking charges, etc. So it was kind of fun to watch them face some adversity on the road against a really, really good team. I think CVCA is a really great team. They're really well coached. To come back and do that in that environment was really fun. It was gratifying to see that.
And we talked about this a few weeks ago. A late start for you guys again this season because of football, but you guys are used to these late starts because of football. How are you able to kind of navigate things, waiting for the football players who play basketball to come? How are you guys able to prepare for this season?
Well, we've done it now. This is my 8th year, so 4 of those years were in the state finals. The other 4 we were, I think regional semis or regional finals. So it's kind of become old hat for us. But we have a great summer this year. I just was saying that to somebody. I said it's probably our best summer since my 2nd year here. The football guys, quote-unquote football guys, multi-sport guys, are getting there to the summer stuff. And, we started seeing, like, what our team could be. Some of our identity started to develop. So, that's kind of helped us because we knew fall we didn't get much. Now, we did get them for a couple weeks, but, they're still coming out of that. You don't get the full picture of what they're going to be as a player. You're still trying to get them in shape, get them healthy. A couple guys had to take some time off just to get their bodies right. They're playing a lot of minutes, a lot of snaps in football. It's definitely the off-season helps, and we got to be very efficient with our practice time and not kill them. Get them in condition through practice, but not like just line it up and running. We kind of gotten better at it each year.
Tonight you're facing Hoover. People will look at this and say, hey, when it comes to the Division II teams in the area, these are the 2 best teams. What kind of challenges does Hoover present you guys?
Hoover's just a really well-coached team. They're very disciplined. They got a lot of talent. They got some kids that can shoot it. Hirschberger is as good of a player in the county as you're going to find. And, watching him the other night against Glen Oak, and he did a little bit of everything. I think he had 30 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. He makes everybody around him better. They definitely punish you if you get undisciplined or out of position on defense, and that's that's what they're just patient, but they're aggressive. And they're really good in transition, so that's where we usually thrive. But they're also really good at it. Last year we didn't play very well at all over there. We laid an egg, and then they took it to us. So hoping that we that woke us up a little bit going into it. That you got to come against a team like this and you'll be at your best game.
All right, Josh, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Appreciate it, man.
A quick note during the timeout about our broadcast format here at the Letter Media Network. Many of our live game broadcasts are audio only, and that's by design. Audio streams allow us to be in more gyms, cover more games, and bring you consistent real-time coverage across Northeast Ohio. It lets us focus on what matters most, the action, the story, and the details that don't always show up on screen. No distractions, no gimmicks, just the game called the right way. Our audio streams make it possible to follow teams you care about, even when cameras aren't an option. So whether you're driving, working, or watching the score update, you're still connected. That's audio first coverage from the Letter Media Network.
While the teams regroup, here's a quick word about who's bringing you tonight's coverage. This broadcast comes from the Letter Media Network, focused on reporting high school sports the right way. That means being in the gym, asking the right questions, checking the details, and telling the story beyond the final score. From live broadcasts to written coverage, film breakdowns, and post-game reporting, our goal is simple: accuracy, context, and consistency. Follow Aiden Brueck on X at Aiden the Brew and Mike Popovich at MPopovichREP for real-time updates, notes, and coverage throughout the season. Follow the Letter Network for full stories, clips, and continued coverage. The Letter Media Network, local sports reported with a purpose.
to the Letter Live. My name is Aiden Brueck, joined by legendary Canton Repository sports writer Mike Popovich. We are here for Hoover, North Canton Hoover Vikings, 5-1, 3-0. Currently tied for the first in the Federal League. And the Massillon Washington Tigers, also 3-0. Massillon started their season late again because of football. They're still in it to win it. Strong wins over Green, Walsh Jesuit, and CBCA. It appears like we're not going to go to our camera because it's super dark in here. But with that being said, we're going to kick it over to our starting lineups for Hoover. Cole O'Lear, Brady McCann, Connor Newell, Hunter Hirschberger, and Roman Geiselman. And then for Massillon, Gio Jackson Jr., Isaiah Lamp, Jadis Thigpen, Braylon Gamble, and Xavier Williams. For the Hoover Vikings, their X Factor, Hunter Hirschberger this year, Hoover's engine and the tone setter. You can read it more on the graphic that we have up there. But rotation players are about a foul and a half per game. Hirschberger currently leading the team in points, assists, minutes. McCann leading in threes. Geiselman leading in field goal percentage among volume players. Depth stats, 9 players at plus 12 or better, plus or minus. And the scoring is concentrated among their top 5 players. So for the Vikings, good looks. For the Massillon Tigers, their X Factor, Gio Jackson Jr., their go-to scorer and momentum swing. Imagine that Massillon will play the heavy press tonight against Hoover. Hoover's going to want to slow it down. Geo Jackson Jr. is the engine that will make things go. He's averaging 18.7 points per game, 2 assists per game, and 5.7 rebounds per game. Already racked up 76 minutes total on the season. He's got a plus-minus total of plus 43 when he's on the floor. So head-to-head, we take a look at both of these players. We got 2 different engines and the same level of impact. Hunter Hirschberger and Geo Jackson Jr. both taking the floor now. Mike, we are getting ready to get things going here in Washington High School.
Well, you mentioned about Hunter Hirschberger. We saw him have a big second half in their win over Glen Oak last week, 70-49. But I think this is maybe Hoover's toughest test coming to this season. Massillon's got athletes all over the court. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to really press them defensively, try to force turnovers and get baskets in transition. So 2 of the best, probably the 2 best D2 teams in Stark County, ready to tip off.
So Geo Jackson Jr. and Roman Geiselman go for the tip. Geo will win that after Jadis Thigpen gets it. Thigpen over on the right wing. He's guarded by Hirschberger. Collins, the starter tonight. Inside, that's Thigpen. He'll go in for 2. So Massillon, 2. Hoover, 0, 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go.
Jadis Thigpen cleaning up the glass for the first Massillon points.
Cole O'Leary stared down by Xavier Williams at the half court. Connor Newell hands it over to Hirschberger now on that left wing. Hirschberger dishes it behind the back to Connor Newell. Newell from 3. Hits the top of the backboard and off. Rebounded by Xavier Williams. He'll take it down the court. Braylon Gamble. Thigpen. 3. Good. 5-point lead now for Massillon. It's 5-0. Hirschberger, primary ball handler, taking it down the floor. Steps back, muscles through, kicks it out to McCann. Hirschberger with Newell over on that right wing, kicks it out to the corner. Cole O'Leary loses it, stays with Connor Newell. Inside, gives it back to Hunter Hirschberger on the left wing. 6 minutes, 29 seconds to go left here in the first. Massillon 5, Hoover 0. That's Xavier Williams who plucks the ball out of Hirschberger's hands for just a second there. And McCann over to Cole over there. McCann back to Hirschberger now on that right wing. Hoover looking to slow down the pace. Hirschberger, step back. Jumper. He knocks it in. So Hoover now cut the lead down to 3. It's Massillon 5. Hoover, 2. Isaiah Lamb cuts through, pushes off Cole O'Leary, goes to the corner, and Geo Jackson Jr. Geo Jackson Jr., tough layup. And Sean Collins with the foul.
Yeah, first foul of the night goes to John Collins. That was great patience by Hoover at the other end of the court to get their first 2 points of the game. Took about a minute off the clock. Not panicking, got the basket, but now Giorgio Jackson Jr. trying to get the 3-point play for Massillon, and he does.
So he makes both of his free throws. It's Massillon 8. Hoover 2. The and 1 opportunity is converted for Geo Jackson Jr. Hirschberger fires one to Newell. Going around. Hirschberger, he's got a lane inside. Goes for a reverse layup. It's blocked. Newell receives. Kicks it to the corner. Hirschberger looks a cross-up layup. Dribbling around. He's double-teamed. Has to give it to McCann. Back to Hirschberger now in the right corner. Right side corner. Hirschberger turns it over. And Hirschberger gets it back after Thigpen puts one through. Hirschberger puts it up after Thigpen. Excuse me. Flu game, man. Massillon 8, Hoover 4. 5 minutes to go left here in the first. Xavier Williams taking it down the floor for Massillon. Geo Jackson Jr. dribbling in. Look at Isaiah Lamb. Good ball movement from the Tigers. Thigpen's got it over on that right side. He cuts up inside, reverse layup in through. Thigpen averaging about 8.3 points per game, second in minutes on the team for a reason. McCann, left side, over to Hirschberger. Hirschberger cuts up, looks for contact, he gets fouled.
So first foul of the game on Massillon. That's going to go on Jadis Thigpen, his first. Thigpen was 7 points already for the Tigers. As you said, averaging just over 8 points per game. He's got 7 of Massillon's 10 points, but now Hirschberger trying to cut Hoover's deficit. He hits the first free throw. Hirschberger with all of Hoover's 5 points. He cuts Massillon's lead to 10-5 with 4:26 to go here in the first. Hirschberger again, good again.
So Hirschberger makes both of his free throws. Dylan Gamble taking it down the court now for the Tigers. Joe Jackson almost loses it. He does lose it. Newell takes it down the court. Puts up a lob to Hirschberger. Hirschberger tried to slam it down. And no good. Inside, Jackson puts it in. And in transition, the Tigers pushing the pace. Massillon, 12. Hoover, 6. Cole O'Leary. Right side, hands it off to McCann. McCann gets the signal from Bluey. From the key. Gives it to Cole O'Leary. Cole O'Leary, 5'9". Gives it to Hirschberger now on that right wing. Puts it up and in.
Hunter Hirschberger really, if it wasn't for him, Vikings would be in a world of hurt right now. Gets the foul, gets the basket to drop. And that's going to be 2 fouls already on Jadis Thigpen for Massillon.
A huge and-one opportunity for Hirschberger to cut this lead down to 3. He makes his free throw. So 3 minutes, 32 seconds to go left here in the first. It's Massillon 12. Hoover, 9. Gamble, left wing, stared down by Newell. Goes through the key to the corner. Gio Jackson Jr. for 3. Knocks out the middle of the rim. And Xavier Williams muscles one in. Massillon 14 and Hoover 9. Trey Martin now in for the Vikings. Kicks one over to Hirschberger. Hirschberger on that right wing gives it to Collins. McCann to Newell. Newell, mid-range, can't get it to fall. Chases his board, no good. That ball's going to go Hoover's way after Gio Jackson Jr. was the last one to touch it.
We saw Connor Newell really kind of heat up. Had his best stretch of shooting for the season in the second half against Glen Oak last week. Just comes up short on that open jumper there.
Hirschberger dribble hand off to Dre Martin now at the Tiger logo. It's John Collins now. Right corner. McCann, spot up 3. Can't knock it down. Inside, Xavier Williams puts one up. He's fouled. John Collins, a little too much contact there. So Massillon, 14. Hoover, 9. 2 minutes, 33 to go left here in the first.
Well, the game going in Massillon's favor so far. Pace is going in Massillon's favor. Foul on John Collins for Hoover. That's his second. And Xavier Williams will go to the free throw line for the Tigers. First shot is up and in. Williams with 3 points on the night. As Caden O'Leary and Roman Geiselman will check in for Hoover, replacing John Collins and Connor Newell. Collins got the start for Geiselman tonight. Geiselman had been the starter this season for Hoover through their first 6 games. And Williams' second free throw is off the back of the rim, no good.
So, Hirschberger has to give it back to Dre Martin. Massillon with the heavy press, full court. They'll pick him up at half court now. the man-to-man from Masson. Geiselman now in the game for Hoover. And Cole O'Lear, Caden O'Lear, Cole O'Lear's brother, puts it in. It's a 4-point game. Braylon Gamble hands off to Isaiah Lamp. Lamp inside. That's Marcus Garner Jr. He's got 2 boards a game, averaging about 2 points. Massillon 17, Hoover 11. Minute 48 to go. Trey Martin. Xavier Williams steps up on him. Tries to find a lane, puts one up and in off the backboard. Trey Martin, valuable 6-man for the Vikings. And an open 3 from Braylon Gamble is no good. It looks like Josh Hose tried to call. Looks like Josh Hose tried to call timeout a couple of times. Hirschberger hands over to Dre Martin now on that left wing. He steps back. Caden O'Lear puts one up. Can't find it. Dre Martin almost comes down with the board, but in there, it's Terrion Wells. 9 points per game, 4 rebounds per game. He had 16 points against CVCA. He's pressed up with Isaiah Lamp, both. Dre Martin taking things through. He's got an easy lane. He puts it through. So a 4-point game still, 37 seconds to go. Massillon 19, Hoover 15. Hirschberger pokes it out of Gamble's hands, but not before Xavier Williams able to take things back. Trey Martin and McCann stepping up in the backcourt. Massillon looking to take a resemblance of a last shot. Just kidding. Isaiah Lamb from 3, no good. Braylon Gamble gets the board. Now with 4 seconds. 3 ball is blocked. Geiselman sends one down the court. That one can't fall. He launched it. And a 4-point game after 1. It's Hoover. Down 4. Massillon 19, Hoover 15. We're going to kick it to a quick break. We'll be back in just a second. And bring you consistent real-time coverage across Northeast Ohio. It lets us focus on what matters most: the action, the story, and the details that don't always show up on screen. No distractions, no gimmicks, just the game called the right way. Our audio streams make it possible to follow teams you care about, even when cameras aren't an option. So whether you're driving, working, or watching the score update, you're still connected. That's audio first coverage from the Letter Media Network. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Letter Live. If you're just joining us, if you're new, my name's Aiden Brueck, your play-by-play for the night, joined by Mike Popovich from the Canton Repository. Going into the second quarter, Massillon 19, Hoover 15. Going to be Hoover ball to start the second. Hirschberger hands it to Dre Martin. To Newell. Power dribble down. Hirschberger will take it back. Dre Martin over to Caden O'Lear. Newell looking for a cut inside. Can't find anybody. Hirschberger takes it back. Starts his dribble. Screen by Geiselman. He'll drive through. Tough midi. That's no good. Geiselman gets the board, puts it up and in. So Geiselman, a tough board. 7 minutes, 20 seconds, 40-second possession for the Hoover Vikings. It's Massillon 19, Hoover 17.
Yeah, Hoover's really doing a good job of staying in the game. Almost got a turnover, but Massillon's got the ball back.
So in the corner, it's Xavier Williams. Puts one up. That's blocked by Caden O'Lear. Dre Martin going downhill, hits it to Newell. Newell from 3. Gets it. Nothing but net.
Now,
And now-
Newell's first points of the night. And Hoover's got the lead.
So 6 minutes, 38 seconds to go left here in the second. Hoover, 20. Massillon, 19. Gamble inside, kicks it out to Gio Jackson Jr. Jackson spins around, puts one through. No good. It's a travel.
Some quality minutes for Dre Martin off the bench so far for Hoover. A couple of baskets in the first quarter. That block at the end of the first quarter. Rebound to set up Connor Newell's three. And just like that, Hoover's in the lead, 20-19.
Hirschberger downhill, guarded by Terrion Wells. Hands off to Newell. Newell, O'Lear to Martin. Martin taking it back to the volleyball net post. Looked like Drew Taylor tried to fire a pass inside. Now some substitutions. Jadis Thigpen coming in. And Isaac Maxenheimer coming in for Massillon.
Thigpen back in with 7 points. 2 fouls.
Martin gives it to Newell on the right perimeter. Hands it back to Martin. Martin, contested three. He knocks it down. It was Wells on the contest. It's a 4-point game. Wells gets fouled. He'll get 2. And it's Hoover, 23. Massillon, 19. 5 minutes, 43 to go left here in the second. Bluey clearly making some adjustments at the quarter. Able to get off to a hot start.
You wondered for a minute, Massillon was on the brink of really kind of building a sizable lead early as Wells makes the first free throw. But Hoover stays with it. Now they're back on top, 23-20. Wells with 3 points on the night. Make that 4 at the line.
So now, Hoover, 23. Massillon, 21. 5 minutes, 37 seconds to go. Dre Martin at the Tiger logo. Hands it off to Hirschberger. Hirschberger, he's got 9 on the night. Looking to dice up. Gives it off to Dre Martin. Hard dribble. Dre Martin in. Mid-range jumper. And Dre Martin, 9 points on the night. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left to go here in the second. Dre Martin Jr. It's Jadis Thigpen. Try to get one to go. No go. Newell. It's 3-on-2. He'll take it himself. Puts it up. No good. Gio Jackson Jr. gets the board. Inside, Braylon Campbell misses the easy lay. Caden O'Lear with the board. Sloppy basketball. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Corner. Newell. 3. Bang! Gets it.
Second 3 of the night for Newell.
Jadis Thigpen. From 3. Can't knock it down. Rebounded by Martin. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Hoover, the Vikings, with a 7-point lead. Martin spins around. Passes it out. No travel called. Terrion Wells, downhill, puts one up. Put one up on Caden O'Lear. It's a poster, Gio Jackson Jr. Timeout taken by the Tigers.
Second dunk of the game for Jackson. And that stops really a big Hoover run. Gets Massillon within 5, 28-23 with 4:07 to go here in the second quarter. So boy, what a run Dre Martin's been on. Coming off the bench late in the first quarter. 9 points already. Tied with Hunter Hirschberger for the team lead in scoring for the Vikings. Playing well in the defensive end as well.
Without a doubt, Mike. I mean, Newell, he's hit 2 threes, both contested. He's getting them to fall. Keep giving it to Newell, feed the hot hand. Give it to Dre Martin, give it to Hirschberger. You got 3 great scorers. Caden O'Lear also on the court. Cole O'Lear back on the court. And Drew Taylor. So Hirschberger past the timeline. Guarded by Xavier Williams. Hands it to Newell. Newell over to Cole O'Lear. O'Lear, mid-range jumper. Knocks one down.
That's O'Lear's first points of the night.
3 minutes, 40 seconds to go left here in the second. Massillon down 7 to Hoover. Free ball taken. Maxenheimer can't put it down. Hirschberger. Bounce pass to Caden O'Lear, and he'll put it through. Caden O'Lear, he's got 4 on the night. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Hoover, 32. Massillon, 23. Jadis Thigpen, guarded by Newell. Loses it. Brady McCann, Roman Geiselman coming in for Hoover. So Caden O'Lear and Drew Taylor coming out for the Vikings.
Caden O'Lear is another guy who's come on strong in Hoover's past couple of games off the bench.
3 minutes, 12 seconds to go left here in the second. Jadis Thigpen going to be on the inbound. He hands it off to Isaiah Lamb. Over to Xavier Williams. Xavier Williams way off the mark. But Thigpen, reverse leg, can't get it to fall. He'll still head to the stripe regardless. 3 minutes, 4 seconds to go left here in the second. Hoover, 32. Massillon, 23.
Massillon's had about 5 guys score for them, but Isaiah Lamb hasn't been one of them. He's still scoreless on the night. As Jadis Thigpen's first free throw is no good. Lamb had a 23-point game in their win over Walsh Jesuit here at the Hoops Hall of Fame Hoops Classic a couple weeks ago. Thigpen will try to split the pair, and he does.
Thigpen splits the pair. 3 minutes, 4 seconds to go. Cole O'Lear, bounce pass to Newell. Back over to O'Lear. O'Lear, corner. McCann, 3 ball. Can't knock it down. Rebounded by Geiselman. Gets it over Gio. Newell, deep 3. Can't knock it down. Rebounded by Cole O'Lear. O'Lear to Hirschberger. Makes Williams think he's going to shoot it over on that left perimeter. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Back to Cole O'Lear. Pass to McCann now on that right wing. Back up to Newell. Newell to Hirschberger now on that left side. Hirschberger crosses up, puts one in. It falls. Hirschberger with an incredible bag work tonight. But Thigpen, transition, able to kick it over to Gamble. Gamble from 3. Air ball. Jackson Jr. gets the board, puts it through. Cole O'Lear dribbles around, goes underneath to Hirschberger. Hirschberger gets a nice reverse lay with his right. Timeout taken by Bluey. Minute and 57 seconds left to go here in the second. Massillon down 10. Minute and 57. A minute and 57 seconds to go left here in the second. That's a tongue twister. Hoover 36, Massillon 26. Mike, I mean, after a great first quarter from the Tigers, Hoover able to bounce back, put some shots up on the board. And Hirschberger, he's got 13. Dre Martin, he's got 9. I mean, just a great game off the bench for the Vikings.
Yeah, if you get production like that from guys like Dre Martin coming off the bench, you know, you can bring Roman Geiselman off the bench. That's the first time they've done that tonight. And like I said, Caden O'Lear has really stepped it up in really the past 2 games. You get that production from these guys, in addition to the starters, the talented starters you have. The sky's the limit for Hoover.
Lamb stared down by Cole O'Lear. He'll hand it off to Gamble, who gives it over to Williams over on that left side. Jackson comes with the screen. McCann, Geiselman, work the hedge. And Lamb backing up. Hose telling him to move it. Gamble over to Thigpen. Thigpen spins around on Hirschberger. And a foul. He'll head to the stripe. That is Hirschberger's first foul, I believe.
Yes, first foul for Hunter Hirschberger. Well, it's a nifty spin move in the lane there by Thigpen. Able to draw the foul, and he'll get to shoot 2 free throws. He has 8 points on the night for the Tigers. First free throw is good. He's got 9 now. Ties Giorgio Jackson Jr. for the team lead in scoring for Massillon. Gets the Tigers to within 9 at 36-27.
Thigpen looking to put up 10.
And he does. Terry and Wells back at the game for Jadis Thigpen. Still has those 2 fouls. Josh Ho's wanting him off the floor on defense.
Newell over to McCann. McCann from the volleyball stripe. Gives it over to Hirschberger. Hirschberger wards him off. Newell receives a screen from Hirschberger. Bad pass from Newell. Goes into the hands of Hirschberger now on that right perimeter. Guys him in screen. 58 seconds to go. Newell puts one up. Can't knock it down. Almost gets the board off the tip from Brady McCann. 51.9 seconds to go left here in the second. Drew Taylor. Dre Martin coming in for the Vikings.
That was a good open look there for Newell. Just couldn't get the shot to fall. If I was Massillon, you can't let him open all night.
Layup down the court. And it off to Wells on the right side. Back to Gio. Gamble's got it. Fires a pass over to Williams. Williams puts one inside. Thigpen. Oh, excuse me. Terrion Wells, excuse me. Couldn't see the number.
Yeah, Dre Martin, first foul for Hoover. 4th team foul for the Vikings. None on Massillon. Probably the closest anybody's come to being in the bonus tonight. We only got 31.4 seconds to go. Terrion Wells' free throw is good. That's his 5th point on the night.
31.4 seconds to go. Wells with his second free throw. He made his first. Puts it up. Knocks off the front of the rim. And Massillon gets the board. So they'll have another offensive possession with 25 seconds to go. Wells kicks it out to Jackson. Jackson looking to come underneath. Hands things off to Xavier Williams. Williams puts one up. Can't get it to fall. Hirschberger with the board. 10 seconds to go. Hirschberger taking it himself. Contested lay. Can't get it in. In transition. Travel called. Hoover ball. 2 seconds to go. They'll have 2 seconds to get a shot off here. In the first half. 7-point game. Hoover, 36. Massillon, 29. And an easy lay for Brady McCann inside off the inbound. Massillon got caught ball watching. Massillon heading to the locker room. Down 9. And with that, Mike, I got to ask you a very, very important question.
Who's hot? Who's hot?
Who's hot?
Well, Hunter Hirschberger leading the way for Hoover, 13 points. But like we talked about, Dre Martin, really solid minutes off the bench for the Vikings. He has 9 points. For the Tigers, you have Giorgio Jackson Jr., 9 points. Jadis Thigpen, 10 points. Balanced scoring for Massillon, who started off hot in this game, hot as a team, but Hoover's able to regroup, and they'll take a 9-point lead into the locker room.
Mike, thank you very much for Who's Hot. We're going to kick it over to a break, and we will see you back right before halftime is over. We got 9 minutes until it's over. We'll see you then.
While there's a break in the action, let's remind you that if you missed a live broadcast, you can listen to replays of our high school basketball games on the Letter Media Network's YouTube channel. Our channel features every game from this season and over 30 games from the 2024-25 season, including the Louisville and Perry state championship games. From tip-off to the final buzzer, don't miss a second of our audio-only broadcasts. Go to youtube.com/@TheLetterNetwork. The Letter Media Network, real coverage through modern mediums.
A quick note during the timeout about our broadcast format here at the Letter Media Network. Many of our live game broadcasts are audio only, and that's by design. Audio streams allow us to be in more gyms, cover more games, and bring you consistent real-time coverage across Northeast Ohio. It lets us focus on what matters most, the action, the story, and the details that don't always show up on screen. No distractions, no gimmicks, just the game called the right way. Our audio streams make it possible to follow teams you care about, even when cameras aren't an option. So whether you're driving, working, or watching the score update, you're still connected. That's audio first coverage from the Letter Media Network.
While the teams regroup, here's a quick word about who's bringing you tonight's coverage. This broadcast comes from the Letter Media Network, focused on reporting high school sports the right way. That means being in the gym, asking the right questions, checking the details, and telling the story beyond the final score. From live broadcasts to written coverage, film breakdowns, and post-game reporting, our goal is simple: accuracy, context, and consistency. Follow Aiden Brueck on X at Aiden the Brew and Mike Popovich at MPopovichREP for real-time updates, notes, and coverage throughout the season. Follow the Letter Network for full stories, clips, and continued coverage. The Letter Media Network. Local sports reported with a purpose.
A quick note during the timeout about our broadcast format here at the Letter Media Network. Many of our live game broadcasts are audio only, and that's by design. Audio streams allow us to be in more gyms, cover more games, and bring you consistent real-time coverage across Northeast Ohio. It lets us focus on what matters most, the action, the story, and the details that don't always show up on screen. No distractions, no gimmicks, just the game called the right way. Our audio streams make it possible to follow teams you care about, even when cameras aren't an option. So whether you're driving, working, or watching the score update, you're still connected. That's audio first coverage from the Letter Media Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Letter Live. If you're just joining us, if you're new, my name's Aiden Brueck, the play-by-play for the night. To my right, your left.
Next to you.
Next to me, Mike
Next to you.
Popovich, legendary Canton Repository sports writer. Mike, 15 points off the bench for the Vikings tonight. Funny enough, a 9-point lead. That's how many Dre Martin has off the bench.
Yeah, 9 points for Martin, 4 for Caden O'Leary, 2 for Roman Geiselman, who's coming off the bench for the first time tonight. And like I said earlier, you get that type of production from Hoover's bench to go along with the guys they have in the lineup, like Hunter Hirschberger, Connor Newell. They could really do a lot of damage. Now, one thing they got to guard against is this Massillon team, as they proved in their last game, they're not out of it. They came back from 18 points to beat CBCA. They're very capable of coming back from 9 points in a whole second half to get back to this game. So Hoover's got to really keep trying to control the pace of the game, keep things going their way, and they can come out of here with a victory.
Well, Mike, we're about to get things started here in the second half. Very quick first half, to be quite honest with you, 45 minutes. We're about like 20 minutes went by in the blink of an eye. Not even an hour into the broadcast.
Yeah, not a lot of fouls called in that first half, which I think basketball people, who love the game, they're kind of okay with that, especially when you got two talented teams on the court.
Lamb starting things off for Massillon. He hands it off to Braylon Gamble. Gamble to Xavier Williams. Williams is going to dribble through, steps back to his legs over to Jadis Thigpen. Fires one over to Jackson. Jackson looking to dice up inside over to Xavier Williams. Xavier Williams from three. He can't knock it down. Newell gets the board. O'Leary down to McCann. McCann. Easy lay. Gino Jackson doesn't even jump. 7 minutes, 25 to go. 11-point lead now for the Vikings. 40-29. From the corner, Jackson. Can't get it to go. Hits the cords on the top of the basket, and no shot.
Like Braylon Gamble lost kind of control of the ball, but he's able to get the ball out to Jackson. Shot won't go.
Hirschberger guarded by Williams. He's got Collins over on that right side. McCann cuts underneath, but Hirschberger fires to the corner with Newell. Newell goes underneath and can't get it to fall as Thigpen steals it. Thigpen takes it himself over to Jackson. He puts it up and in. Great spin on the basketball. He puts it through. 6 minutes, 45 to go. It's a 9-point game. Hoover, 40. Massillon, 31.
Geo Jackson does great things on the football field, and he does great things on the basketball court as well.
O'Lear gets past Lamp. Ball's blocked by Williams, but he's got a three-point by Newell. Hirschberger now over on that right side. He's got it to McCann. Hirschberger drives through, puts one through, and in! So 6 minutes to go left here in the third. Hoover, 42. Massillon, 31. This is where Hoover wants the game to be, low scoring. So Xavier Williams goes behind his back, puts one up, and gets it in 5 minutes, 50 seconds. Both teams going back and forth. 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go. 2 minutes, 15 seconds of straight basketball being played here at Washington High School.
Yeah, Hoover got back into this game by outscoring Massillon 23-10 in the second quarter. Still with a 9-point lead, 5:40 to go here in the third, and they have the ball.
Cole O'Lear with the inbound. It's Collins. Collins over to O'Lear. Hirschberger fires inside to Collins. Collins to the corner. McCann, three. No good. Rebounded by Wells. Wells puts it through. Thigpen inside. Puts it in. He's got it. 7-point game. 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go. Hirschberger's got to come back, passing half court just to get this inbound. Massillon with a heavy press. Gamble. Diagonal. Shuffle. Hirschberger almost loses it. McCann to O'Lear. Hirschberger gets a screen from Collins over to O'Lear. O'Lear to Newell. Newell's open at the key. He's got it. So Newell, he's got 9 on the night. That's 3 threes. 4 minutes, 34 seconds to go. Hoover, 45. Massillon, 35. Thigpen, left wing. Back to Jackson. Goes screen, puts one up. Grabs it. 8-point game. Hirschberger in transition, puts it up. 4 minutes, 13 seconds to go. And again in transition, Gamble. Flick over to Xavier Williams. He'll drive through. Ball's plucked out of his hands. Wells got it. Back to Williams. Williams pumps the three. Can't get it to fall. Cole O'Lear with the rebound. Downhill, it's Newell. Reverse layup. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson over to Williams. 2v2. Williams takes it himself. Puts it up and in. For an and one.
With Xavier Williams getting that shot to fall as he's fouled by Cole O'Lear. First foul on O'Lear. And all of a sudden, Massillon with an opportunity to get within 7. Down by as many as 11. And Williams' free throw is in and out, no good.
Marcus Garner Jr. getting ready to suit up for the Massillon Tigers. McCann, mid-range jumper. Finds it in after a couple of bounces off the rim. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go left here in the third. Hoover, 49. Massillon, 39. Xavier Williams, right side. He's fouled. It's going to be Geiselman, I believe, called on the foul.
Yeah, it looks like Geiselman is called with the foul. His second. going to be on the court. So Massillon will inbound. Caden O'Leary back to the game for Connor O'Neill for Hoover.
So Newell's out. Caden O'Leary comes in for him. Garner, big pin, corner, no good. Martin transition. Puts one up, finds it. 3 minutes to go left here in the third. Hoover reaches the 50-point threshold, 51-39. 3 minutes left to go here in the third. Xavier Williams goes inside to Garner, puts one up, can't find it. Rebounded by Wells. Wells loses it. Went off his leg. It's going to be Hoover ball.
Well, Dre Martin, like he did in the first half, comes into the game, immediate impact. Transition basket, able to knock that ball off the Massillon player out of bounds to give Hoover the ball back. And we're going to take a timeout with 2:44 to go, and Hoover up 51-39. You know, these two teams are going to be in the second annual shot clock shootout at the Fieldhouse this weekend. Saturday, Hoover will take on Olentangy, not the Olentangy that won the state championship last year, but Olentangy Braves, who are off to a good start this season. And then Massillon will play Elyria, and we're planning to bring you the game between Hoover and Olentangy and the Sunday game between McKinley and Warren Harding. But a really good event here at the Fieldhouse, second season, the shot clock shootout.
Shot clock shootout, one of our favorite events from last year. Got to cover a couple of the games there. Great to have a shot clock in high school basketball, Mike.
Yeah. And, you know, when you got athletic teams who are playing in it, sometimes, you know, they would have needed the shot clock no matter what. You know, I know the McKinleys and, you know, maybe Massillon here probably wouldn't need it. But still, yes, a fun event.
Hoover has it to Geiselman. Martin now. This is the corner. It's McCann. McCann to Hirschberger. He's playing on that offset the key about 4 or 5 steps. Geiselman drives through, hits it to the corner. Dre Martin driving inside. Tough leg. Geiselman gets the board. And he'll get called for a foul. So Geiselman headed to the charity stripe. 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go left here in the third. Hoover, 51. Massillon, 39.
Well, Geiselman doing what he does, cleaning up the glass underneath. Seen a lot of time able to put those back in, but he's able to draw the foul. And we'll be shooting 2 free throws. First one's off the back of the rim, no good. Geiselman with 2 points on the night. Connor will back in the game for Hoover. He'll take the place of Brady McCann. Will back in with 9 points on 3 3-pointers. As Geiselman gets his second free throw to drop, he has 3.
Massillon playing from behind, very familiar as they just finished that game up with CVCA. 2 shots for Xavier Williams. 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go left here in the third. Hoover, 52. Massillon, 39.
Yeah, Connor Blue getting the foul. They're calling it a shooting foul. Mike Blue doesn't seem to agree with that. As Xavier Williams will go to the free throw line and he'll shoot 2. First shot is good. Williams with 8 points on the night. Came in averaging just under 14 points a game for the Tigers. And his second free throw is good as well.
Hoover. Down the court, Hirschberger. He's unmarked. Over to Hirschberger. Hirschberger driving through. Steps back. Fires over to Newell now. Newell's got a 3. Passes it inside. Caden O'Leary makes a smart pass. Hoover, 54. Massillon, 41. Minute 48 to go left here in the third. Thigpen working his way inside. Deep three taken by Lamp. That can't get knocked down. Trey Martin tracks the ball down, gets it in for the lay. Hoover, 56, Massillon 41. Massillon trying to let it slip through their fingers. Minute and 24 left here in the third, but as we saw against CBCA, never say never with the Tigers. Xavier Williams, 3 ball. He knocks it down. So Xavier Williams, feed the hot hand. He's got 12 on the night. Hirschberger down the court, takes it himself. Blocking foul.
Foul's going to go on Gio Jackson Jr. And a Massillon player also gets assessed a T. That's Xavier Williams. Some of the Massillon fans not agreeing with that call. Williams, though, has got to keep his composure, though. Hirschberger will go to the line to shoot the technicals. Hirschberger with 17, shot no good.
Hirschberger, 70% free throw shooter if you round it up. Hirschberger's second technical free throw. Knocks it down. Hoover will retain possession off the tech. Minute and 4 seconds to go. It's Hoover 57, Massillon 44.
And now Connor Newell will shoot free throws. His free throw is good. Newell with 10 points in the game. Third Viking with double-figure scoring. And he gets his second free throw to drop. And that matches Hoover's biggest lead of the night, 59-44. With a minute and 4 seconds to go here in the third. Could be a big sequence here in this game. Hoover 4 points to extend the lead with the clock stopped.
In a game where we haven't seen the clock stop very often, it looks like a lot of stoppages in play here. I just saw a kid on the Hoover bench yawn.
Boy, a tough night for Isaiah Lamp from Massillon. We talked about him earlier. He had a big game against Walsh Jesuit. Lamp still scoreless on the night.
Lamp assessed that tech. I believe Lamp was assessed the technical foul.
Like I said, could be a big sequence here. Boy, that was a quick tech that was called. But you gotta keep her cool here. Yeah, Massillon played from behind against CBCA. That must have been in a new school, St. BCA. But can't get into the habit of doing that, though.
So a minute, 3 seconds to go left here in the third. Massillon 59, Hoover 44. Trey Martin inside to Geiselman. Geiselman kicks out to Hirschberger. Hirschberger, step back. Goes all the way over, floats it to Newell over on that right side. Great pass by Hirschberger. Trey Martin's pass it back to Hirschberger. Hirschberger, free ball. Can't knock it down. Jackson gets the board. Xavier Williams downhill. Blocked by Newell. And Newell inside. Over Jackson. Rebounded by Thigpen.
Boy, Jackson didn't block that shot, but his size in there can alter a lot of them. Foul on Hoover's Hunter Hirschberger. That's his third foul. He'll probably, he's going to sit for the rest of the quarter. Just 24.4 seconds to go. Massillon looks like he'll try to go for one shot here.
So clock ticks. 15 seconds to go left here in the third. Jackson, he's got 13 on the night. Dices up Collins, puts one up, and one.
Boy, Gio Jackson really trying to will the Tigers back into this game back. As the foul goes on Connor Newell for Hoover, his second. Jackson will go to the free throw line. He's got 15 points on the night. His free throw is good. 16 for the junior.
So with 6 seconds to go, Dre Martin taking it up. Dre Martin looking to take the last shot. Free ball. Can't knock it down. Knocks off the back of the rim. After 3 quarters, it's Hoover 59, Massillon 47, and we will see you right after this.
A quick note during the timeout about our broadcast format here at the Letter Media Network. Many of our live game broadcasts are audio only, and that's by design. Audio streams allow us to be in more gyms, cover more games, and bring you consistent real-time coverage across Northeast Ohio. It lets us focus on what matters most: the action, the story, and the details that don't always show up on screen. No distractions, no gimmicks, just the game called the right way. Our audio streams make it possible to follow teams you care about, even when cameras aren't an option. So whether you're driving, working, or watching the score update, you're still connected. That's audio first coverage from the Letter Media Network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Letter Live here from Washington High School in Massillon, Ohio. 8 minutes to go left here in the fourth. It's Hoover 59, Massillon 47. If you're just joining us, Mike, give them the rundown.
Well, Hoover, big comeback in the second quarter to take a halftime lead, and they're able to maintain it as they outscored Massillon 21-18. Pretty high scoring third quarter. They've led by as many as 15. Now they'll take a 12-point lead in the final 8 minutes.
So O'Lear and O'Lear both on the court. McCann on the court as well. McCann throws it off the foot of Lamp.
Be anxious to see what Massillon does if they're going to turn up the heat defensively. Try to force some turnovers, get some baskets at the other end to try to get back in this game.
McCann goes in and around. Back to McCann now. Travel called. That's McCann. McCann fell onto his knee. So 7 minutes, 38 to go. Massillon down 12. It's Hoover 59, Massillon 47. Pigpen goes around the screen. Kicks that rock out to Xavier Williams. Williams goes inside. Can't find it. But he's fouled, and he'll head to the straight.
Boy, Xavier Williams almost able to draw Massillon's second straight and one in back-to-back possessions. Gio Jackson Jr. was able to complete a three-point play at the end of the third quarter to get the Tigers to within 12. Now Williams will go to the free throw line, and he misses his first free throw. Williams with 12 on the night. One of 3 double-figure scores for Massillon, and his second free throw is good.
So Williams makes it an 11-point game with 7 minutes, 22 seconds to go. O'Lear beats the 5 sec.
Too much defense there by Braylon Gamble as he fouls Hunter Hirschberger. First foul on Gamble, first of the Tigers in the fourth quarter.
7 minutes, 17 seconds to go left here in the fourth. Massillon down 11. Hoover 59, Massillon 48. Hirschberger kicks it out. McCann from 3. Air ball. Gamble, downhill, puts one up, can't find it. It's going to be a charge.
John Collins draws the offensive foul on Gamble. Massillon comes up empty on that possession. Some Massillon fans not pleased with that call. I don't think Josh Hose is either.
So Hirschberger taking it down. Stolen. Gamble passes it off to Lamp, and Lamp gets fouled.
Massillon's defensive pressure taking a little bit of a toll on Hoover here. Foul on Cole Lear for the Vikings. 2 team fouls for the Vikings, 2 on the Tigers. That's the free throw for Isaiah Lamp is good, and that's his first points of the night. First point of the night. And it's a second free throw to give him 2.
So a 9-point game with 6 minutes, 43 seconds to go. Hoover beating the press. Hirschberger swings it to Martin. Martin inside. Kicks it out to O'Lear. Corner. Martin. Reverse lay. And in. Dre Martin. He's got 15 on the night. It's 61-50. Hoover leads. Xavier Williams. Guarded by Martin. He's alone on that right side of the court.
Yeah, I tried to Xavier Williams. A little bit of a Euro step there. I think the Hoover bench wanted to travel on that.
So Lamp, waving his guys to go through. It's a Lamp ISO. He can't get it to go. O'Lear turns it over. Gamble inside, puts it through. It's now a 9-point game again. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Hoover 61, Massillon 52. Martin Hirschberger, he's double. Newell kicks it to Collins. Hirschberger gets it stolen. Massillon downhill, it's Thigpen. Puts it up, and in, and one.
Well, that's what I thought was going to happen. Massillon really turning up the pressure defensively, getting another transition basket for Jadis Thigpen. And now he'll try to complete the 3-point play as the foul was on Dre Martin for Hoover. And just like that, Massillon could get this to within 6. And a free throw, no good.
So Collins, great defense from Massillon, forcing a pickup and out of bounds for the Vikings. Collins will come out for Geiselman. O'Lear will come out for McCann. And with 5 minutes, 27 seconds to go, tighter game being called. Hoover, 1 foul off of putting Massillon in the bonus. McCann, another turnover. Gamble inside, puts it through. It's a 5-point game. So 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go. Another turnover. Gamble inside, can't find it. Gets fouled.
Boy, Hoover just not being able to get the ball off the court. Gio Jackson getting a hand in there to cause a lot of these turnovers. And just like that, Massillon could get this to within 3 coming off this timeout. Hoover just not being able to handle that pressure at all.
So Hoover taking a full timeout. That means we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back in about 30 seconds here on the Letter Media Network. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Letter Live. If you're just joining us, my name's Aiden Brueck, your play-by-play for the night. I'm joined by Mike Popovich of the Kent Repository. Right now, 5 minutes, 7 seconds to go in this non-league matchup. Hoover versus Massillon. Hoover comes into Massillon. Currently up 5, 61-56. As I said, 5 minutes, 7 seconds to go. Raymond Gamble at the line before the Bluey took a timeout. So Gamble makes his first 4-point game.
You just never know in these games whether it's Massillon Hoover, Massillon CVCA, Louisville, Cincinnati Aiken. They can turn in a hurry.
So Gamble makes his second. It's a 3-point game with 5 minutes to go. So Newell runs into a cheerleader. Geiselman over Newell. Inside, McCann loses it, puts one up, he's got a foul. So he'll head to the stripe.
But McCann ain't fortunate, he was able to get the offensive rebound there because he couldn't convert the layup. Foul on Xavier Williams for Massillon. McCann will go to the free throw line to try to give the Vikings a little bit of momentum back in this game. Shooting 2, first free throw good. Hoover took a 12-point lead into the fourth quarter. They have led by as many as 15 in this game. Massillon gets to within 3 now. Hoover has it back up to 62-58. McCann will try to make it a 5-point game, and he does. Hits his second free throw. Yeah, double dribble, yeah. Yeah, the one time that Hoover is able to force a turnover in this quarter, they turn the ball back over to the Tigers. Well, this is the type of game we kind of expected it would be as far as spread and how close it could be.
So Wells out to Williams. Williams 3. Can't knock it down. Newell gets the board.
Yeah, they're going to get Connor Newell with a foul there. Loose ball foul. And that's going to put Hoover over the limit. Newell's third foul of the game. Braylon Gamble going to the free throw line for Massillon, trying to get his team to within 1. First shot is good. Gamble with 7 points in the game. think they gave those points to Xavier Williams on the board, but Gamble hit the second free throw.
So a 1-point game. Dre Martin goes back in. 3 minutes, 6 seconds to go. Massillon, 65. Or, excuse me, Hoover, 65. Massillon, 64. Newell to Martin. Martin gets it back to Newell. Newell hits it inside to Hirschberger. Hirschberger going to take it in, puts one up. Can't get it to fall. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Gamble downhill. Takes it himself, puts it up. Gets it. And one.
Boy, Braylon Gamble really coming alive here in the second half. Spin move underneath the basket. Gets the shot to drop, draws the foul on Connor Newell, his fourth. And just like that, Massillon, after being down by as many as 15, is back on top.
So 2 minutes, 47 seconds to go. Gamble at the line. Gamble, he's got 9 on the night, looking to break into that double digit with this free throw. Huge free throw to make it a 2-point game. It's Gamble. At the stripe, puts it up. Finds it. Massillon, 67. Hoover, 65. Kids going crazy in the stands. Newell, 4 fouls. He's got to get it down the court. Martin now. Over to the corner. Back to Martin. Martin at the logo. Gives it to Geiselman. Geiselman's got to give it to somebody. Over to Newell. Newell 3. Puts it in. Huge 3 from Connor Newell. He's got 14 on the night. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Hoover, 68. Massillon, 67. Gamble, Thigpen, right wing. Thigpen driving through. This is one inside to Jackson. And Jackson able to drive it inside. So with 1 minute and 53 seconds to go. Hoover, down 1. Hirschberger turns it over.
Yeah, that's kind of an unforced error there for Hoover and Hirschberger. Boy, I know there's a lot of season to go, but if there's a chance that these two teams can play down the line, hey, sign me up for it.
Minute 47 seconds to go left here in the fourth. Massillon leading by 1 over on, above the Vikings, 69-68. Gamble down the court, stared down by Collins. Drives through with his left. Tough lay, can't get it to go. Geiselman gets the board. Geiselman gets it to Hirschberger. Hirschberger's got to get it down the court by Thigpen. Gets it through. Gets it over. McCann, 3, no good. Rebounded by Lear. McCann, another 3, knocks it down. Mike, officially, you can say it.
I don't know if I could have said it earlier, but it is a close game alert.
Welcome. It's a close game alert. Mike.
And if you can't tell, we love close game alerts.
Oh, we love close game alerts here at the Letter Media Network, especially when they're in rec league basketball. Minute 11 seconds to go left here in the fourth. Hoover taking a 30. Massillon down 2 to Hoover. It's gone back and forth after a comeback late from Massillon.
But how calmly Hoover, everything that's gone wrong for them in this quarter, and then Connor Newell, 3-pointer. What did I say earlier? Don't leave Connor Newell open. He's not going to hit every one, but he's going to hit his share of them. And then Brady McCann, who had a hot start to the season from 3-point range, knocks down a 3. And now Hoover, like I said, after everything that's bad that's happened to them in this quarter, they're up 71-69.
So, 1 minute, 8 seconds left to go. Thigpen over on that left wing, gets it to Jackson. Jackson cuts through, puts one up, gets it to fall. Tie ball game, 54 seconds to go. Cole O'Leary gets it to McCann. McCann takes the timeout. Smart timeout, heads up play. We'll be right back here from the Letter Media Network in about 30. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Letter Live here from Washington High School in Massillon, Ohio. 47 seconds left to go here in the fourth. We got a tie ball game, 71-71 apiece. Hoover versus Massillon.
That'll be Hoover's ball coming out of this timeout. Kind of wondering if, 47.5 seconds to go, if they might just take it down to the end of regulation and try to win it. But first, they got to get the ball in bounds. They got to get the ball up the court. That's been a challenge against this Massillon defense in this quarter. But it's been a great game tonight. Like I said, the type of game I thought it would be. I didn't know if a team would come back from a big deficit or not.
Massillon looking to stay undefeated as they sit at 3-0. Hoover currently at 5-1. Trey Martin back on the court. He's got 15 for the Vikings. Hoover pushing through. Hirschberger inside. Blocked!
Hoover will maintain possession. When Dyson comes back to the game for Cole O'Leary.
So Newell on the inbound. Kicks things. Tried to go for Hirschberger. That ball got hit out of bounds. 27 seconds to go. So Newell again on the inbound. He's got 4 fouls. Trey Martin. 25 seconds to go.
This might be one and done for Hoover here.
17 seconds to go. Hirschberger fouled by Thigpen. They'll have an inbound with 15.3 seconds to go.
Yeah, no harm for Massillon there, just their 14th foul.
Hoover can't afford to foul. Massillon can't afford to foul. 15.3 seconds to go. Newell. Inbounds to Hirschberger. Williams steps up, picks him up at half court. Hirschberger goes behind his back. Goes through over to Geiselman. Geiselman back to McCann. 4 seconds to go. Over to Newell. Newell. Prayer. Falls in. Connor Newell with the buzzer beater. It falls as the clock hits 0.
Wow. Connor Newell gets the bounce at the buzzer. And Hoover.
So Massillon falls to 3-1 on the season. And it looked like Newell in celebration got crowded over in that Massillon bench, Mike.
Yeah, nothing really intentional. I mean, when you're that excited and hitting a game-winning shot in a win like this, but nothing really became of it. But my God, Connor Newell, it wasn't exactly like the Kawhi Leonard buzzer beater in the playoffs for the Raptors against the Sixers that bounced about 8 times. That bounced once, and he was able to get the roll. Hoover with a big win tonight.
Bluey, Hose, exchange pleasantries after the game. Shout out Lee Foster on the court. Sammy Lee, courtside, weren't here tonight. They're on vacation.
Well, that's what we were told, but we will see them down the road. They missed a great game, by the way.
Without a doubt. After 4 quarters, it's Hoover 74, Massillon 71. And that is going to do it here from us at the Letter Live. Mike, you want to give us our final scoring report before we get out?
Well, Connor Newell, let me make sure I mark that 3 down. I believe he finishes with 17 points tonight for the Vikings. Hunter Hirschberger led the way with 18 points, and Dre Martin, what a game he had off the bench for Hoover. He had 15 points for Massillon. Balanced scoring led by Giorgio Jackson with 20 points, but their defensive effort was the thing that brought them back into this game. And they're only fouled by a shot that took a friendly bounce at the buzzer from Connor Newell, and Hoover improves to 6-1 on the season.
Mike, it's been a pleasure. Happy holidays here from the Letter, as we won't see you until after our holiday break. Mike, you got anything to say?
Well, it was great to be here tonight. I'm glad we were here tonight, and happy holidays as well, and thank you for bringing me on again this season. It's been fun so far. Hopefully we'll have a lot of fun in the future.
Absolutely. That's going to do us here from the Letter Media Network, and we will see you later. Hello, everybody. I'm Aiden Brueck, joined with legendary Canton repository sports writer Mike Popovich, and we are here for the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Whew. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Letter Live. Of the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live.
We're live from Jackson High School.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live.
I had a feeling, and it was nothing but net.